Nicolae Ceausescu was in office almost directly after Gheorghe Gheorghiu-Dej's death. Gheorghiu-Dej was the Stalinist dictator of Romania, who was the first leader after the monarchy ended. Gheorghe forced King Michael to give up the throne. Some say he even pulled a gun on the king to make him do it. Gheorghe ruled from 1944 to 1954, then gave up the office to a group of 4-member secretariat, including the future president Nicolae Ceausescu. After about a year, Gheorghe regained power until his death in 1965. He had weakened Romania's relationship with the West by trading with the Soviet Union and other similar countries and governments. In 1965, when Gheorghiu-Dej died of lung cancer, Gheorghe Apostol was supposed to be the party leader, but instead Nicolae Ceausescu took over and became the first president of Romania, although he wasn't elected. He ruled from 1965 to his death in 1989. Most things were improved from 1965 to 1970, including standard of living and consumer goods. There was a cultural thaw. Even though he had restrictions on abortion, divorce, and air travel, he was relatively popular. However, in 1971, Nicolae visited countries like China and North Korea and became obsessed with the personality cults. After the July Theses, everything went downhill. Ceausescu brought down the standard of living to pay the West back, which resulted in 1 out of 5 street lamps on, little to no heating and electricity, and a large food shortage. Passports were held by the authorities, and it was a long process to get to other places in Europe, even other communist and socialist countries. There were very strict air travel laws. Almost nobody could use air travel, but many citizens traveled illegally to the United States. In fact, in about 1981, there was a spike of about 7,000 to 8,000 Romanians leaving the country. This was the same year Dominique left for the United States. There were many people who didn't make it and were caught, so they were very lucky to make it.
My hardest decision was at the time when we ordered this vacation, and we left the country. So I knew that I'm not going to return, and that is very, very hard. It's kind of, you die, but at the same time you still have your memory and everything. It's not easy when you are an adult, and probably not even for children, because for Stefan wasn't easy either to do such a, because you are used to whatever it is. You are used to that. It is the unknown. It is very, and the insecurity also. It's very painful.
How old?
Since you refer that to this period, when we left, after we left the country, if they would have known, yes, it was in danger, because you were afraid at all times that somebody like that's secret security, secret police, because they could, take him away. You didn't have, anything. So we were afraid of all that, and we knew that if they will get us, and maybe they were looking for us, that they will imprison, and whatever they wanted to do. Yes, it was very dangerous.
Nicolae Ceausescu made a speech in Bucharest in December of 1989 denouncing anti-communist acts across Europe. Nicolae Ceausescu was forced to flee a day later by helicopter by protests in Bucharest, but because of his air travel laws, was forced to land. He was brought to a small military base and tried in a kangaroo court on December 25th, which is a court held by people without experience to try someone, often without sufficient evidence. Ceausescu and his wife Elena were tried and sentenced to death. They were brought out to the side of the courthouse and were shot to death by paratroopers. The government reconnected with the West after his death, and the National Salvation Front, FSN, turned itself into a political party.